Sacramento Kings hosting their first Game 7 since 2004. The champs are in the building for all the marbles. Could De'Aaron Fox and the Kings take down Curry and the Warriors dynasty? Curry said no. He knocks in the three. Other end we go. Ball movement would end up with De'Aaron Fox passing to Malik Monk, who nails the three-pointer. Kings up a point in the second. And then Monk, this time in a giving mood, to Domantas Sabonis, who throws it down. Sabonis had 22 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. Could have probably had a couple more rebounds. More on that in a second, but first things first, it's Curry. And then Sabonis again attacking. This game in the first half was back and forth as Curry nails the three. The Kings go leading by 2 at the half. That was it for that lead, though. In the third quarter, the Warriors took over and showed that championship pedigree. Specifically, Steph and Kevon Looney took over. Curry did the scoring. As you see, the somehow, some way for his team, he made a play, scoop, and score. And then Looney on the offensive boards. Warriors as a team grabbed 13 offensive rebounds in the third quarter. Looney had 21 rebounds for the game, 10 offensive by his lonesome. You saw him get that too off the misses. Fox trying to keep the Kings in this one. He nails the three. But here comes the other splash, bro. Klay just 4 for 19 in this one. That three-pointer was a big one. The Warriors blitz the Kings in the third to take a double-digit lead into the fourth. And Curry wasn't done. He scored 20 in the first half, 30 in the second half. This three-pointer over the rookie Keegan Murray caps off 7 trays that Curry knocked down in Game 7. And then look at Curry just snag the ball from his own teammate Wiggins, like, give me that one. I want it, and I want this win. It's Curry nailing the three. That shot put Curry atop the list for the most points ever scored in a Game 7. And this deuce, as the Warriors are capping off another big victory in their run, gives Curry a 50-piece as the Warriors 20-piece. The Kings in Game 7 to move on to the second round of the playoffs. 120-100 is your final. What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, the one and only Hoops Pharaoh. If you're enjoying the great quality content, let's make this bromance official. Hit your boy with a subscribe. That's truly the best way I grow this platform to new heights and continue to deliver you great quality content that you deserve. Thank you for the love. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Just how ironic, one of the worst road teams in the NBA during the regular season will have the biggest road win of the playoffs as Curry lays it up and in. A 50-point Game 7 for Steph Curry.
What a series, man. Obviously, we have to start this video talking about the greatness that is Steph Curry. 50 points in a decisive Game 7. Winner gets the Lakers in the second round. By the way, winner got home court in the second round. Lot on the line. Steph Curry delivers the most points we've ever seen scored in a Game 7. A 50 ball in Game 7. That's how you come in, Chef? Look, real quick, I just want to say this. Magic Johnson has been labeled the greatest point guard for nearly 30 years now. In NBA allure, it's been Magic and everybody else. Unfortunately, HIV caused Magic Johnson to retire. He obviously returned, but he was a shell of himself when he returned. It's unfortunate, but it is the reality of what happened to 5-time NBA champion Magic Johnson. I'm going to put this out in the atmosphere, all right? Steph Curry is about 2.5 months away from potentially winning his 5th championship. He's already known as the greatest shooter of all time. Steph Curry is closing in on being the greatest point guard of all time. If he can go on one of these runs again, and again, it's a little unconventional in its approach. Oftentimes, you could kind of look at Steph as a 2 guard. I mean, think about it from this perspective. He's looking to score every time down. Ironically, on defense, he usually ends up guarding other teams' two guards, especially in the playoffs. We live in a world where in the NBA, most of the point guards are dynamic. Steph ain't trying to guard other teams' point guards, the Ja Morants, the De'Aaron Foxes of the world. So oftentimes in his career, Steph has been the guy to go to the corner and guard whoever the two guy is, the corner shooter is. He's literally looking for that guy to guard. So he ends up guarding a shooting guard. He scores a lot of points like a shooting guard, but this is a point guard. It's just unconventional the way he goes about it. Steph is a great passer of the basketball when he's not trying to get his own shot. Steph Curry is right there with Magic Johnson in the conversation of greatest point guards of all time. And if he wins ring number 5, I don't see why Steph wouldn't be looked at as the greatest point guard of all time. He's going to have the longevity. He's going to have the accolades. He's going to have the three-point record. I'm sorry. And I love Magic. Great personality. I've never met Magic Johnson, but I worked at ESPN, so I know a lot of people that worked with Magic Johnson. They say he really is just a great person when the cameras are not rolling. I'm sorry, though. Magic Johnson would have to be number 2 if Steph is able to win ring number 5, and he's close, man. This conversation is getting a lot more intense than I thought. Now, let's get back to the game. I want to start with Sacramento, and then we'll work our way back to Golden State. I don't know what first year for, at least for the Kings, Mike Brown, coach of the year, I don't know what went into the process and the thought process of pulling Davion Mitchell pretty much out of this series, a guy that pretty much guarded Steph games 1 through 6. Fox got a little bit of that responsibility as well, but a lot of it was Davion, a guard that I really like. I don't know what it went into the decision to put Terrence Davis. And I don't want to make this as I don't want this to be a slight to Terrence Davis. You know, Terrence is pretty much from my hometown of Memphis. He's from South Haven, Mississippi, which pretty much is Memphis. No disrespect to Terrence Davis because he's fearless. He had no business guarding Steph Curry in the Game 7. What was Mike Brown thinking? I think he overthought this one. Look, Davion guarded Steph, and look, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to break down Curry's performance. Davion didn't allow Steph to get to his spot every possession. What went wrong for the Kings in this game, because Curry wasn't even the greatest version of himself. He missed a lot of shots. He pretty much missed 20 shots. He was 20 for 38, right? What went wrong for the Sacramento Kings was they pretty much allowed Steph to get any shot he wanted every time down, and he mixed it up. I know he made 7 3-pointers, but he didn't put up 18 attempts. He went to the rim a lot in this basketball game. He even missed a couple bunnies early. Like, he got to whatever spot he wanted to, a lot of attacking the rim. And I just didn't see the ease in Steph getting the shots that he, would have desired games 1 through 6, especially, take out game 5 and then one of those games out the gate in Sacramento. Pretty much, though, I thought the Davion Mitchell-led defense on Steph worked. And to me, if you're going to allow Steph to get whatever he wants, I'd rather just have Malik Monk in the game. Like, at least Malik can give it back to Curry on the other end and the Warriors on the other end. The decision to go with Terrence Davis, and TD did make some shots, but the shots that he were making, it didn't change the defense for the Warriors. They're living with that. And he can light it up, but they just didn't believe that Terrence Davis was going to beat them in a Game 7. And Steph got whatever he wanted on TD. I thought that was a very bold, and it ended up backfiring on Mike Brown. I think he overthought that one. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes with Davion. I just thought that was a bad decision to pull him off of Steph as a primary defender. And again, Steph's going to get a lot of credit. He's going to get the headlines. He scored 50 in a decisive Game 7. But what has to be told about this Game 7, the story that needs to be told, in a game in which Klay Thompson was pretty awful, he's like 4 for 19 from the field. He was pretty bad. In a game where Draymond was just Draymond, nothing great, nothing bad. Andrew Wiggins had some ups and downs. He didn't shoot the ball well either. Kevon Looney was just as important to this win for the Warriors as Steph was. So I didn't watch this game live. My sleep schedule's been all over the place. I flew this week. Every time I fly, my sleep schedule's always off the next few days. It just is what it is. So I ended up running the game back because I wanted to see this one every second of it. I had to feel this game. And the game really swung towards the end of the second. And then obviously that third quarter was just ridiculous. 13 offensive rebounds, ladies and gentlemen, for the Warriors in the third quarter. Most of them came by Kevon Looney. He had 21 rebounds in this basketball game. 10 of them were offensive. You know, it is so demoralizing having to guard Steph Curry for 24 seconds and a game plan put together, an offense coached by Steve Kerr for 24 seconds, to come away with great defense and then not grab the rebound. And then you give that dude, that coach, you give them 14 more seconds to run whatever they want to run. That's demoralizing to any team. I don't care who you are. And Kevon Looney continued to give the Warriors second chance after second chance. Again, Steph, a little over 50% shooting. But come on, even to his standard, I think Steph would say he missed some gimmies that he usually doesn't miss. I mean, Steph could have easily had 70 points in this game. If you think about it from this perspective, with everything Steph did, with the defense that TD played, or dare I say didn't play, you got to think he took 18 threes in this game. You know, all things considered, he gets pretty much 3 points a shot. You know, all things considered, 50 on 38 shots ain't the worst in the world. I think more than anything, the biggest concern was the fact that Steph got every look he wanted, which came from TD's defense. I think that was more concerning, but Steph did miss a lot of shots. Pretty much a lot of his misses, though, came with Kevon Looney getting the offensive rebound, which is what you just cannot have happen. It's enough to get a stop on Steph as is to allow him to get second chances, third chances. Yeah, that's tough. Domantas Sabonis, I don't know what, Domantas is a guy that just really put his body on the line in this series. I mean, you look at the guy in his eyes, he's going to have to take some time and heal with his eye. He obviously had the hand injury all year. I'm sure he's banged up from Draymond hitting him with the A-Town stomp. I'm sure he's banged up. I'm sure his ribs are hurting. I don't know what went into his strategy with Looney, but he did not approach that correctly, and he just was not in the right spots to rebound with Looney, and that really cost the Warriors. I just thought the Kings, excuse me. I just thought overall the game plan wasn't right for Sacramento. The Warriors went back to the lab after Game 6. Apparently, this was all inspired by Steph Curry. According to The Athletic, he said he called out all his teammates. He said, look, I don't really say a lot. And then apparently he said something that really inspired the team after their Game 6 loss. They really wanted to get this done in Game 6 and get some rest before their now series against the Lakers, but they didn't. Kings came into their building and put it on them. Steph had some inspiring words. We don't know exactly what he said, but a few of Steph's teammates have already come out and said it's some of the best motivation that they've ever heard. They know this dude don't talk a lot, so with him saying something after Game 6, they know they have to step it up. Again, a lot of guys didn't make shots for the Warriors, but everybody played hard, and whatever Steph said to these guys, it definitely rang true with Kevon Looney. Whatever Steph said to Looney, it worked. That dude played his behind off, and I think just as important as Steph was in Game 7, Kevon Looney deserves his flowers. Look, you want to go see something that's ridiculous? Do me a favor. Go on YouTube and type in Kevon Looney's high school highlights. You're going to be shocked if you've never seen it. He pretty much was like Kevin Durant in high school, by the way. This dude has changed his style of play. I think it could be more. I think Kevon Looney could be, which would be scary for the league. I think this dude could average about 18, 22 points. Like, just go look at his high school highlights and then come back to this video. Go look at Kevon Looney. This dude can score the basketball in high school. This dude could put the ball on the ground. You know, I know he kind of catered his game to Golden State. He's been around there for a while. He does exactly what they ask him to do. I just hope they take care of him going forward financially. I'm looking at this team like that's a guy that I don't want to lose. Yeah, I don't want to lose Dre or Clay either, but I for damn sure don't want to lose Kevon Looney. A game like that, we're going to talk about that Lakers-Warriors matchup in another video today. Man, that's the guy that you don't want to lose. An incredible performance from the Warriors, a team that only won like 11 road games all year. They go get Games 5 and Game 7 after starting this series off down 2-0. They go win 4 out of 5 to stun the 3 seed out west, the Sacramento Kings. The beam is done for the summer. And you don't got to light it no more. It's done. Steph lit the beam. If anybody lit the beam, it was Steph. All right, it was just an unreal performance from an unreal dynasty of a team. And damn it, their run continues as they take care of business. They just demoralized the Kings in the third quarter. And look, Sacramento was a lot better than I thought. I did pick the Warriors in 7 games to win this series, so I am going to pat myself on the shoulder. Look, I get some predictions wrong, and I talk about my wrong predictions, but I'm definitely going to pat myself on the shoulder when I get one right. Looking forward to Warriors-Lakers second round. You want to make sure you stay locked and loaded for the preview of that series coming later today. What a performance from a unreal organization, the Golden State Warriors.